07291657. Dis waar vir jy vir ons kan kontak. Jy kan saam met ons gesels. Jy kan vir hulle sê hello as jy vir hulle ken. Maar amazing vrouens. En dis nou International Community Empowerment NPC founders and co-founders Ingrid, Fortuin, Ubsdell en dan is daar ook Blue Moon Projects. So Valerie is ook hier so. Ja, nee. Sy is volmin. Sy is in studio en ons gee die Here eer vir hulle vanoggend hier. So en hulle gaan saam met ons gesels met hulle amazing projekte, hulle collabs, daar's 'n amazing gala event wat ook op pad is en hulle doen amazing werk om kinders en gemeenskappe te empower. And so I'm going to immediately just let him say hi and wave. It's Hillary. Ek bly sê Valerie is Hillary. Dankie Ingrid vir Hillary. So poste daar so. Ja, dis Hillary. Ek weet nie, miskien is daar Valerie wat toe gaan join. Julle mag gereed wees. Is Hillary. Baie welkom julle. Gee net so sê net so hallo vir ons Facebook listeners daar so. Jy kan so 'n wave gee. So hulle is ingeskakel. Yes, so I think we need to start off by where did it start for you guys? Maybe with with Ice?
Hello listeners and thank you Andre. My Afrikaans is baie swak, so
Okay.
ek gaan asseblief kan ek Engels praat.
Praat asseblief Engels. Kom ons
Director and a co-founder of International Community Empowerment, NPC.
Yes.
I am joined with my co-founder and colleague Ubsdell, and also our project partner in our event coming up is Blue Moon Projects.
Okay, daar sê iemand nou, I didn't get a name, just give her your name again,
It's
Ingrid.
Ingrid Fortuin,
Ingrid
and
Fortuin.
I'm for International Community Empowerment.
Fantastic.
So we work twofold, and Michelle will also talk to you part of what we do. So we offer guided frameworks for sponsorships
Yes.
and donors' money.
All right.
In two aspects. So we do foundation phase learning, which is ECDs, and we also then offer a guided framework for youth.
Fantastic.
So youth that display and show exceptional talent, we try and find the funding for them to take their talent, whether it's cultural arts, whether it's sport, and whether it's academic.
Okay.
We try and find the funding so the youth can take their talent further without the burden of a financial strain. Where can I find the money? So our guided framework is twofold, where is we take the funding and we administer that funding. So we don't just hand over money because in one aspect we are protecting the child.
Right.
And the second aspect is we are instilling confidence in our funder that their money is being used effectively. So we'll never hand over money. We will offer that guided framework that they will receive what they need to receive.
Fantastic.
So it's not going to, they might not receive a lump sum of money, but we guide the process and give them what they need to achieve a positive outcome. And then what we also do is, and Michelle will talk more on that because that's projects she runs,
Yes.
is that we find money to develop ECDs in more poorer communities or underdeveloped communities that need ECDs, which is early child development centers and facilities. Because as we know, the love for learning will come when you are young. So, and we can only learn once we developed a safe space, and that is what we try to provide. When you're emotionally safe, you can then learn.
That's so
And
true.
we can then provide the environment for learning.
Yes.
So we get them when we're young. So we put in the foundation phases, so we make sure the foundation
Right
phase
in the
is
beginning
strong. Yeah. Then we grab them because in between the Department of Education is quite, they look after the middle. You know, the primary school, the high. Then when they get to grade 11, 12, and they really want to take their wings and fly, we kind of take the process and say, how can we be of service for our youth? So not imposing what we think they should need, but having let them guide us and tell them, so how can we find or carry the space for you or provide the safe space that you can do what you need to do to enable for you to thrive
Yes.
with your own special needs and gifts that God has given you. So we just provide
Beautiful.
the space
Yes.
for you to take your God-given talent, whether it's academic, whether it's sport, whether it's cultural arts, and we allow you with our guided framework
Yes.
to thrive, basically.
Basically,
Yeah.
and I mean, we're gonna get to that, those success stories. Wow, Michelle, and so that's you've highlighted your key role as well.
So my key role
Yes.
is that I do cultural arts and sports,
Yes, yes.
and Michelle focuses on the foundation phases, that
Yes.
ECD
Love that.
learning safe space.
Love that, Michelle. Please share about that.
Yes.
Amazing.
So I got involved in a lot of the ECDs, early childhood development
Yes, yes.
centres. I actually got involved through Hillary.
With Hillary, yes.
Yes, because I met her just after COVID. She can tell you all about Blue Moon Project because they actually build the schools. So my focus is on getting children into safe, secure environments where they're also fed. Because
Okay.
a lot of these little children are coming into these environments. They arrive in the morning, they haven't eaten since the day before, so we need to find a safe space for them that they can actually learn.
Yes.
A lot of the ECDs in the poorer communities are just basically a shack or a room on a house, and you have children of various ages in the same room. They can't run, they can't play, there's no space. And if you don't have your gross motor, you're not going to get your fine motor.
Right.
So what my concept is to build a formalized school where you take 10 or 15 of these little ECDs,
Yes.
put them all together in a school, separate the ages. The teachers will then get the support of other teachers. We can then empower the teachers by giving them more learning aids and upskilling them. And within that school, we can then do a sustainable school where they can grow their own vegetables. If the kids are safe, they're in a secure environment, and they're actually in their own age groups. Since looking at this, we've also found we were approached. There was a child in Vrygrond who has recently turned 15. Very intelligent child, but he's only got a grade 1. He has slipped through the school system completely. So we found him a tutor where he has been tutored since February. He has learned so much. It's quite amazing because he didn't have any reading or writing skills at all. So we are helping him with that, because if we can get him to the end of grade 4, we can put him into a school of skills.
Yes.
And give him a skill training. Since we've done that, a lot of the parents have come forward in the community and said, we have children to help, please can you help us as well? So we're going to have to look at building special needs school, special needs of the children that have fallen through the cracks, be it where the parents are absent, or they don't have a birth certificate, or they have just bunked school and not bothered to go back. So somehow the system is failing the children completely. We need to find out how and try and help them. We've got one mother that approached us, her child is epileptic and can't attend a normal school.
Yes.
How do we educate this child? We have another one who is not from this in that environment, but he got a heart problem during COVID, cannot attend school because the immune system is flat on the ground. So he needs remote learning. And we're trying to find a sponsor for him that he can go back to school, because he's missed 2 years of school. So he was in grade 8.
Yeah.
He's now 17. He needs to get back into school. He's a very bright child. So in trying to uplift him first on his medical side,
Yes.
get his immune system going, and then also just educating him. So the focus is on building safe spaces for these children, and that if we can get them educated to a certain point where we can give them a skill, we can hopefully take the children out of the bad environment where they start looking for all the wrong stuff in life. So, that is the focus that we've got on that.
It's just fantastic. Wow, so much have you guys already done, and it must be a good feeling, waking up every day,
Oh,
to
absolutely.
being able to do this.
On Ingrid's side, we have a child from Guguletu that we saw in December.
Yes.
He goes to a ballet school in Guguletu, and we got him an audition at the Hamburg Ballet School in April. We raised the funds to get him and his teacher to Hamburg, And with that, he got full scholarship into the Hamburg Ballet School.
Wow.
So he leaves on the 21st of August, and he's got scholarship for 2 years.
He's on his way to Deutschland.
Absolutely.
It's
So,
good.
raising funds to get him there, obviously the airline tickets,
Yes,
and
yes.
we have to have some fund for him every month
Yes.
because, as you know, with ballet dancers, their
Yes.
kit doesn't last very long. So
Yes,
it's just,
yes.
and then obviously some spending money, and that he
Yes.
can feed himself while
Yeah.
he's there.
And his teacher is just going for the sort of initial stage?
Yeah, the teacher only went for the audition in
Okay.
April.
Okay.
Took him over because he's
Alright.
never been on a plane before.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
his
yes.
teacher went with him.
Beautiful, man.
And just
Wow.
introduced him to the school and everything. So
Yes.
the school in Hamburg
Wow.
has been fantastic that they are trying to help him. They found him accommodation. He's going to be going into the school accommodation from September. So really, really good.
They love him.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely love him.
Talent,
Yes.
talent. Our very own.
Our very
Yes,
own talent.
please,
Yes,
please add, yes.
And just to
Add on that.
add
yeah?
on to what Michelle was saying about our recipient is
Yes.
that, he's going to come back into his community. So we offer a guided framework, and our guided framework is not only around money. So our guided framework is that he has an internal mentor, which comes from his environment, which is his school that he's been learning
Yes,
at, right?
yes.
His dance school.
Yes.
Then he has an external mentor,
Okay.
and the mentor is the sponsor that will go and raise funds on his behalf
Yes.
through us. So, but the important thing is that external mentor identifies this, sees him and says, I believe in you. I believe in the quality that you have to offer. So I'm going to go out and
Sure.
do my best for you and go out there and raise the funds that need kind of to be raised.
That's
so
what our kids
he's-
need.
Absolutely. So we are moving with his internal mentor. So we haven't come in and said, we know what
Yeah.
this young boy needs. We work with his internal mentors because they were there first.
Yes,
and they
yes.
know what is best
Yes, yes.
for this young
Yes.
dancer to be able to thrive. So
That's
we
beautiful,
really
ladies.
work
Wow.
hand in hand with an external mentor, with an internal. So when I say it's not only a financial framework, a guided framework,
Yes.
is that the next framework is that we have all these mentors around
Sure.
and he's surrounded and he's loved and he is so he's guided through so that he doesn't feel overwhelmed. Because
Yes,
when
yes,
a
yes.
youngster at 17 or 18, when these young adults feel
Yeah.
overwhelmed, they just
Yeah.
they can
It
go.
gets too much
It's
for
too
them.
much. It's too much. So we make sure that they are really feeling secure and confident all the way
Right through the process.
right through the process. And one of the challenges we've had is that a lot of the sponsors out there don't like sending kids overseas because they like to keep whatever needs. And I know for a fact, Nelson Mandela himself said, especially in this month of Women's
Women.
Month,
Yes.
right? We are giving him a direct foreign investment experience. And when this young adult comes back to South Africa
Yes.
and back into his community, they are gaining a leader. And he's going to
Sure.
come back and he's going to plow that into his community because, yes, we are sending him overseas. And yes, there are lovely ballet schools and there are lovely teachers, yes, strong ballet teachers
Yeah.
that can teach. But just by giving them that opportunity to go overseas and learn, and it's about opening his mind up to the possibilities of what's out there. He's
Yes.
going to come back with that into his community. And that is my appeal to sponsors that say, we're not going to give money for children to go overseas, but they don't understand that when they come back, they're going to come back with a different skill. They're going to come back with a different mindset. And it's the mindset that we want to go back into the communities.
Because that's where it all starts.
That's where it starts.
And with every child, with every
And
individual.
he then becomes a beacon and a shining example to the little ones in his dance school, because he'll come back and say, I'm going to teach a class today. And the kids are going to go, I know where he went. We know what he's doing.
Yes.
And that gap that we want to bridge
Yes.
between I'm going to go to the streets today and, I'm rather going to go and further my talent and my passion, whether it's academic or that's the bridge we jumping in.
Yes, yes,
and we're
yes,
going to
yes.
guide it, and we're going to fill it with so much love. We're going to fill it with so much potential. We're going to fill it with so much information that the kids are going to go, this is where I want. That there's not going to be a tug of, do I go stand on the street or do I go to where I'm being held and I'm going to feel safe?
Wow, you guys, you guys are you are it. They say, yeah, you are it. That's what we need in our communities. I mean, the children needs to aspire to greatness, and they need to realize that. I mean, once that boy comes back into his community, he's going to make everybody feel like nothing is impossible. Nothing.
And Andre, it's not about, like now we're celebrating Women's Month.
Yes.
And we're sitting here as 3 strong,
Individuals,
formidable women.
definitely.
Right? And then we'll have Youth Month, which will come up.
Yes.
But it's not about waiting for those months. It's about something that must be continuous.
Right.
It's happening every day. We're striving for our kids every day. We're
Yes.
striving for our youth every day.
day.
We're not waiting for Youth Month.
Yeah.
Yes, Youth Month's going to highlight the plight of youth.
Yes.
But we're not waiting till then. Every
that.
day,
I
every
love
day we're working towards the goal. And every day we're raising up those children.
I love it. As jy sopas ingeskakel het, 17 minutes after 11, jy's ingeskakel by Saterdag Saam met Sy. Ek gesels met 3 amazing vrouens wat absoluut amazing werk doen. Jy sal hierdie conversation op Facebook ook kan sien later as ons klaar is, en jy kan intune en gesels saam met ons, sê hello, sê hi, wave vir ons. Is absoluut amazing wat hierdie 3 vrouens doen. Ek het vir Ingrid, Ingrid is Fortuin. She is one of the co-founders of International Community Empowerment, saam met Michelle Ubsdell, en dan het ek ook vir Hilary Volman hierso vanoggend van Blue Moon Projects. Hilary, welcome.
Thank you very much. Goeiemôre mense.
Vertel ons 'n bietjie meer oor Blue Moon ook asseblief.
Ek sal waar sal ek begin?
Ja, ek weet jy kan oral begin. Jy doen so baie. Begin net daar waar jy voel.
Goed, ek sal so 'n bietjie Afrikaans praat en 'n bietjie Engels. Ek is heeltemal tweetalig.
You may.
So, just to give you a bit of background, I come from a very strong community background, 30 plus years in community work. And when I started the journey I am on now,
Yes.
first thing I did, I went down on my knees and I prayed. And I said to God, I'm 63 years old.
Kan nooit vir jou sê. Regtig. Sjoe.
I'm 63 years old. But I'm going to bargain with you, Lord, today
Yes.
to continue giving me the strength for another 30 years. There's lots of work to be done.
Yes.
And the blessing is that I've been granted good health at the age of 63.
Ek moet vir jou so wave is wel. My klop ek gee. Ek baie goed.
Ons gemeenskap hou my vreeslik jonk.
Ek kan sien.
En ek het 2 seuns. Een is nou 41, die ander een is 42 jaar oud. En geen kleinkinders nie. Maar al die kinders in die communities.
Yes.
By elke projek wat ons werk, is my kleinkinders.
Pragtig.
En daar's duisende van hulle. So I spread the love and I try to do the best I can.
Yes.
And Blue Moon Projects is now 8 years old. We were established in 2016. And Michelle knows the history of Blue Moon Projects. Like Michelle mentioned, we met after COVID. And we became not just very good friends, but also sisters in what we do.
Yes.
So Blue Moon Project's core focus is to remove the shack ECD. We take it away and we garner corporate funding through CSI projects with various corporates.
I can see the connection immediately.
And the shack is then replaced
Yes.
with a constructed building, double-story building. Beauty part about it is it serves 2 purposes. One is it's a home for the principal and a family who live upstairs, and downstairs we have the business which is the ECD. And that sustains the principal and the teachers in that community. Moving on from that, we also ensure that the property that the building is built on belongs to the beneficiary, who's the principal.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you're getting the picture
Yes,
already.
yes.
The twofold principle,
Yes.
as well as sustainability, because that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. It boils down to ensuring that the ECD is able to sustain
itself. Yes.
And with that, the ECD has a food program. The kids are given, like Michelle said,
Yes.
3 meals a day.
Right.
Because most of these children come from communities where they don't have
scarcity.
3 meals a day.
Right.
So that's the one aspect. The other aspect is we work solely within the framework of the City of Cape Town bylaws. We also work in close proximity with the Department of Social Development in terms of the compliancy.
Okay.
And then we also work in compliancy with the Department of Basic Education. So we try to do a complete one-stop shop.
Right.
From the plans to site assessment to everything that goes along with it. The biggest challenge that ICE, who's International Community Empowerment,
yes.
and ourselves face, funding.
Right.
Because without funding, you can't build a building.
Right.
Without funding, you can't feed a child. Without funding, you can't educate a child. So corporate South Africa needs to buy into what we do. And we are extremely, from ICE's side and from Blue Moon Project side, we are very transparent in what we do. All the checks and balances are done. Then the highlights of Blue Moon Projects. We don't just build buildings. We form partnerships with communities. To give you an example, we've just built in February this year ECD in Groendal in Franschhoek, farming area. And we've now formed a partnership with the Lord's Acres Community Centre, who is run by a pastor, Pastor Archie, and
I was about to say, what a name.
Pastor Archie and his beautiful wife, talented wife, Sister Christine.
Right.
So we've been very active there.
Yes.
We've done so many things there. I won't go into it.
Yes.
One of the highlights, just one I want to mention, UCT University handed over 10 computers for the computer centre at Lord's Acre.
The Lord's Acre.
Lord's Acre, yes. And I'm extending an invitation for you to come visit.
Fantastic. Cape Pulpit is on their way.
Yeah. They do phenomenal work in that community. They feed up to 5,000 people on a Tuesday and on a Thursday. So they're very, very active in the community. And this is why we didn't just, build a building and walk away.
Yes.
We formed the partnership in order to continue supporting them.
Yes. And the partnership I want you to highlight as well with ICE.
With ICE.
Yes, and because there's a gala event also coming. That's going to be.
That's correct. I'll speak on that.
Please, praat asseblief daarvan ook.
The other highlight is for Blue Moon Projects.
Yes,
we host international volunteers.
Hulle kom van oorsee af.
Van oorsee af, ja. En hulle betaal 'n geldjie en ons gebruik dit vir hulle transport en hulle kos maar ons factor in 'n gedeelte vir funding vir ons projekte om aan te gaan. So ons sal teruggaan om Verleni toe, want ons het 3-4 geboue daar gedoen.
Pragtig. Wow.
En ons gaan terug na hulle toe en ons doen 'n needs assessment, wat het julle nodig?
Yes, yes,
in,
yes.
in
And
terme
it's
van
fully functional, eh?
Correct.
Those buildings, yeah.
yeah. So we go back and we stay in touch with all our ECDs. We don't just walk away. That's what makes us different in just building a building and
and just
there's your
leaving it.
building,
Yeah,
goodbye.
gaan aan.
No,
All
we
the
don't
best.
do that.
Wow.
Then what else? We've hosted 3,800 volunteers to date.
Dis baie.
And the nice part of it is UCT has a construction engineering department. And we have a partnership with them.
Oh.
So all the youngsters who do not, were not able to get into a training program or where they would be taken in by a company to do the in-service training.
Right.
We take these students out to our sites and we train them for the week.
Wow.
And it's a pity you're not coming to our event.
Wie weet, miskien is ek daar.
Asseblief.
Hoe weet, ja.
I'm extending
moet na
an
event.
invitation to you.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely.
I love all these invitations coming our way. And because, because I want to hear what that event details is as well
Yeah.
for our listeners that want to tune in. And
in a nutshell, that is what Bloom Project does.
Yes.
I can go on and on. I can show
can
you,
imagine.
I can quote stats in
Yeah.
terms of why we did this.
Yeah.
But for me, the journey that I chose wasn't chosen by me.
Come on.
It was chosen by God. This is the journey I'm going to walk. And I've done it in 8 years, and I will continue doing it until God decides,
Ja.
jou tyd is nou
Jy het
op,
genoeg
sister.
gedoen. Ja.
And in fact, the three women, or the two women to my left, to my right, sorry.
Three with you included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Far and few between. They could have decided, I mean, they're comfortable in their own lives. They could decide, no,
You'll be okay.
we're not going to rock the boat. We're cool the way we are.
Yeah, yeah.
But I still believe that God intervenes and plans your journey for you. I regard life as a painting. And on that painting, you are given a blank page. And with every journey you take, you record that journey on that
open canvas.
on that
so to
on
speak.
canvas, yes.
Yeah, right.
And when you look back and you reflect on that journey, you can then decide, was I a good person? Did I think about and give back to my community? Or did I make it all about myself? So I'm imploring
So
and I'm speaking to
inspiring.
everyone, let your canvas be a reflection of your journey in life.
Pragtig.
Give back. Thank you.
Julle is so inspiring. Wow. Mense wil nie praat met daai nie, as in like, oh, that's beautiful. As jy sopas ingeskakel het, daai was nou die stem van Hillary Volman. Sy's van Blue Moon Project en wow. What an inspirational woman. En ja, al drie is hierso. Hulle is hierso saam. Hy is ook hierso. International Community Empowerment. Dis nou Ingrid en Michelle. En it's amazing wat hulle aan die gang het en wat hulle doen en hoe onze community, die kinders net empower en equip en mentors te kry en funders te kry. Maar weet jy wat? Hulle het vir jou nodig om dit te kan doen wat hulle doen. Daar's uitdagings en dit wat hulle so ver al gedeel het is so amazing. En hoeveel meer kinders is daar met ook amazing talent? So doen ons 'n beroep op julle. As jy kan, help asseblief hierdie projekte wat hulle aan die gang het. Ek bedoel, dis die mooiste. Hulle gaan nou die contact details deel, die websites en goed. Because you guys got everybody excited now, I'm sure. Everybody's excited to be part of this, and that's the thing. You want to be part of something, and sometimes, there's people that get to a retirement age, or they want to do their own thing. They died of the 9 to 5 thing, or someone that just miraculously got blessed with abundance through family, through whatever, and they want an opportunity, and they're searching for an opportunity. And I think this is such a profound opportunity. If you feel like you had an idea of what you would like to, who you would like to bless, but I know God ordains a person's footsteps.
And absolutely, and like Hillary reiterated, when we work with children,
Yeah.
whether they are 1 year old, whether they're 10, whether they're 18, you are divinely guided. You
Beautiful.
are absolutely divinely guided, and it's something so precious that we hold in our hand
Yes.
is to develop a child. And you know,
It's precious.
I believe
Definitely.
that you are born, children are born knowing what they want to do, where they want to be. It's the outside that influences them. We are merely there to hold the space and guide.
Yes.
But sometimes we influence them through our own fears, through where we wish them to be and where
Yes.
we want them to do.
Yes, yes.
So, you know, and that is why I think a lot of kids get to matric
Yeah.
and they go, but I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Because they've been so bombarded by what they should be doing
That's
that we don't allow their love and their passion to come through because we're bombarding them by our own fear.
Yes.
And when a child comes and says, can I have a gap year? Parents jump and they go, no, you can't.
Yeah.
But I go, of course, allow them the gap year, but give them something, provide something, let the light shine so that they can go, something's clicked for me.
Yes, yes.
And that is the gap we're trying to fill, that
Yes.
even though a child's going to come and say, I don't know where I want to be, I don't know what I want to do. I said, oh, that's great. Let us fill it. Let's fill it with love. Let us fill it with opportunity.
Sure.
Let us fill it with vision.
Wow.
And then you know what the child is going to do? They're not going to shut down.
Yeah.
They're going to open up, their hearts were open because our process is divinely guided, not only by God, but through love. And when love is entered, everybody just opens up and opportunities come.
Yes.
And that is where we find that our funders will go, I align with what
yes.
you're trying to do. Like our external mentors, they come in and they look and they go, we align with you and we align that you're trying to fill. So Hillary might be putting a building there, but she's also putting love there. She's filling a space with
that's
love.
divine as
She's
well.
filling a space with opportunity.
Sure.
And in that way, our external funders come and they go, we align. And they drive the process for funding. And that is where we find ourselves
Yes.
sometimes at a loss, because we can only do what we need to do if
Yes.
we have that external mentors behind us going, we see what you're doing.
Yes.
We love what you're doing. Let us move forward.
Let's be part of it.
Let's be part of it. And where we find, Hillary and ourselves find us, is that we find that corporate shuts down.
Yes.
They shut their doors to us immediately because everybody wants to run where they can be, where they find the stars are.
Okay.
Right? So they want to align with the people, the high profile cases. But there's such a lot happening down on the ground that they miss the opportunity.
Sure.
To align with others that are also kind of
Great potential.
with great potential, and kids with great potential.
And I mean, isn't it such a beautiful journey to walk with these kids, to journey with them through and
Absolutely.
see how they come from all those that metamorphosis,
Yeah.
you know, from the little
I
puppy to
completely
the
agree.
beautiful
Yeah.
butterfly. And
Completely.
must be rewarding.
We, Michelle will be able to bear witness to this.
Yes.
Our very first early childhood development center was Sunrise Educare. Major challenges, major, not just from a political hot potato, but from a community perspective.
Yes.
But we stood our ground. We the vision was for those children to get a proper building, for their children to be taught. And you want to play your politics, you want to have your infighting, do it outside. Don't include us. We're apolitical. We do what we do because we love our communities. We love the children. We want to make sure that those little ones, they're the future of this country. And
Precisely.
we want them to go out into the world, like Ingrid said. Go out into the world, come back and plow back into your country.
Stunning.
We want South Africa, our people, to be the best in the world. And we're getting there.
Yes.
I mean, you just look at our youngsters
Come on.
that won the,
Come on.
the 400,
400 relay. Come on.
I mean,
And they're coming back.
yes, and the one is a
Yes.
matriculant.
Look there, eh?
Look, he's a matriculant.
Coming back to
So,
inspire.
Sorry, I'm getting goosebumps.
Nee, ek ook.
But,
Moenie worry, ons almal.
vir my sê dit, ons is op die regte pad om ons Suid-Afrika
Ja, ons eie mense.
to take, we can get there, we just need to believe in ourselves and put the squabbling and the fights,
Ja. That's not
bury
important.
it,
Ja.
bury it.
Yeah.
We need to start working, we need to get our hands dirty,
Yeah.
we need to help each other, we need to raise each other up, because there's a hymn that says, you raise,
Me-
or
you
song,
raise me up. Yes,
you
yes,
raise me
yes,
up.
yes.
That is what we need to focus on. We need to stop bickering. And a message to corporate.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the little people on the ground, the small people on the ground. Give us a chance. Put your money where your mouth is. And we can guarantee you will get all the accolades that you can ask for. Not just from us, not just from the people outside there, but guaranteed God will see the good that you do.
Challenged and motivated at the same time. Wow, kom, let's do it for our kids. Hilary, Michelle, Ingrid, share met ons daai gallery, daai gala
Yes.
details asseblief vir ons. Ja, ons moet ons gaan op daai high afsluit. Ek kan nie glo ons kan die hele dag praat nie.
Yes, so
Such a
we're
blessing.
having a gala dinner on Saturday the 17th. We've still got tickets available if anybody would like to come. So it's basically showcasing what we do.
Yes.
It's at the Cullinan Hotel on Saturday night. So they have very kindly sponsored our event. And
It's a glitzy affair, né?
it's going to be very glitzy. Yes, it's a dress-up night.
Lovely. Hey, come
Yes,
on, come on.
Absolutely. Our MC for the night is DJ Warris, who's coming across,
Hey,
which
yeah.
is great. We will have music. There's an auction that night. So if anybody would like to join us, please, they can get hold of us. We've still got some tickets available. We'd love for you to come and see what we do, how we do it, and come and chat to us.
Fantasties. Daai contact details, ons moet dit share asseblief.
Absolutely.
Ja,
Do you want
asseblief.
cell phone numbers? I'll give you my cell number.
Yeah, it's just how people can reach
Yes,
the
absolutely. They
two
can get hold of me.
organizations, yeah.
It's 083
Okay.
268 0638.
Fantasties. Dis
So they
haar
can
en-
WhatsApp me, they can
Yes.
phone me, and we can just organize things. And
Okay.
we can put you in touch with Hillary as well.
Asseblief,
for,
ja, Hillary, yeah.
If there's anybody who wants to sponsor anything. We have, both of us have got snap scans on our websites as well. So if anybody's even got 10 Rand that they want to sponsor, every 10 Rand counts.
Every cent counts.
Absolutely.
The Cullinan kindly sponsored us the venue. So
Dis
everything
pragtig,
else, yes, it was so beautiful and it was
Wow.
so kind of, it just was divinely guided,
Yeah,
as I
yeah,
say.
yes.
But they've given us the venue, but there's other things that we need. So we're also still looking for corporate sponsors that will sponsor a table, that will sponsor anything, like even auction items. We've got some amazing auction items. We had a friend that gave us 2 nights in Portugal. So
Hey.
we'll be auctioning
Is
2
that
nights
so-
in Porto at a lovely Airbnb in Porto. So
Dis 'n bietjie van alles.
a bit of everything.
Wow. Dis al my event. Ek is gereed om te gaan hoor.
Bring your checkbook.
We're talking checkbooks here. We want to make this is all for the community, guys. This is all for empowerment, equipping our own children, our own communities. And I mean, jullie said it so beautiful. Come on, ons eie mense. Kom ons impart in ons eie mense. And because it's just going to go from generations to generations. And we are all key. As jy 'n besigheid is, as jy 'n corporate is, challenge jou ander ouens, be part of this. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Ek gaan vir julle weer roep kry hierso in die studio. Julle vir my sê hoe daai gala dinge gegaan. Wie het gegaan op daai na daai pot, daai B&B toe daar oorkant. We want to hear all of those details. My, thank you so much for coming, and you guys have been
Thank
such a
you.
blessing.
you for
And
having
just
us.
on a last note,
Yes,
I know
yes,
we're going. You know, our events and what we're thriving to do, we're not
Yes.
looking for instant gratification only for today. We're looking for longevity and sustainability.
Awesome.
Because when we have that structure in place, children are sustained for a long time and we get results long term. So we're not looking for short-term solution. It's not a one-term.
No.
We're looking so that in 10 years' time, any child will come back to us and say, you changed my trajectory. You changed our path.
Love that. Mense, ek is ge-inspired hierdie vroue maand. Dis vroue maand hierso and they are doing it for the community in a beautiful way. It's all about longevity. It's about taking our children from generation to generation, coming back with a testimony and saying, you know, thank you. Someone reached out to me. En ja, ons moet dit besef, baie van ons was, if it wasn't for someone else that reached out to us in our low points, in our points where we didn't have anything.
Absolutely.
Amazing angels like you guys make all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Yes.
Plesier. Daar sê.
Would you like us to read out your...
Oh ja, julle kan. Ja, please go. Yeah, for those who want to fund Cape Pulpit as well, to keep on doing and having these amazing people over here. Yeah, please share
Absolutely.
that. Yeah,
So
so we've got
if
WhatsApp.
you want to donate anything to Radio Pulpit,
Yes.
you can WhatsApp the word SOS with your name and the amount that you want to put in to 081 729 1657. And if you are not wanting to do WhatsApp and you just want to do SMS, you can do the same SOS, your name, your amount, to 37988.
Michelle, I'm having you here every Saturday morning. Daar sê. Daar sê, Castings Ground sing vir ons Scars in Heaven. Geniet hom.